At the end of Metroid 2 Samus Returns, or for the more old school players, Return of Samus, Samus was sent to a mission on planet SR-388 to once and for all exterminate the most dangerous organism in the galaxy, the Metroids. Near the end of her mission, Samus had exterminated all but one infant Metroid that just hatched as she was about to destroy the egg. That single Metroid saw Samus as its mother and grown unusually attached to Samus that by the end of its lifespan, it saved Samus not once, not twice, but 3 times. The first time when Samus encountered Ridley at the end of Samus Returns. They fought each other and the baby assisted Samus. The second time was the second phase of Mother Brain in Super Metroid. When Samus was about to get annihilated, the baby came at the last minute to attack Mother Brain and to rejuvenate Samus. And the third time, as a serum to inject Metroid DNA to save Samus' life when an ex-parasite was eating away at her. The baby Metroid is one of the most important characters in the Metroid franchise, in that without the baby, Samus wouldn't be what she is today, figuratively and literally. Even in Metroid Dread, the baby serves as a huge pivotal role, but how would the story turn out if the baby never grew attached to Samus in the first place? After all, it was by some miracle that the baby imprinted Samus as its mother, because how else does a Metroid view a human as its mother? But what if I told you this is no coincidence at all, and that the Chosers have always expected Samus to be the one to one day control the Metroids? And what if I told you Samus is designed to be the next Mother Brain? So, before we get into it, let's have a brief history lesson about the Metroid lore. Mother Brain was built a long time ago to act as an advisor to the Chozos and to oversee the creations of the Metroids. Before the creation of the first Metroid, however, Samus came into the picture as a young 3-year-old girl who just recently lost her parents from the Space Pirates invasion when they attacked K2L, the home planet of Samus. Many years later, about 13 to 15 years later, the first Metroid was successfully created to combat the abominable X-Parasite. The location of the first Metroid differed depending on the source, with the manga saying the creation of the Metroid was made at Zebes. But in most games, especially in Metroid Samus Returns, the Metroids was made in SR-388. The time frame still appears to be the same however, and the attack on Zebes still seemed to be canon at this point. That's it for a brief history lesson. It's essentially X-Parasite always been a threat. The Chozos then made Mother Brain first, Samus came second, and the Metroids came third. So why do I think Samus is a second Mother Brain? Mother Brain was the advisors to the Chozos before being corrupted. She possessed incredible psychokinesis that allowed her to control the Metroids. Even if Mother Brain was built first, the schematics to build the Metroids would likely be created before that, due to the threat of the X-Parasite. But before Samus Returns and Dread retconned a lot of things, Chozos were never able to control the Metroids like the way the Thoha does now, as it evidently showed that Metroids became the most dangerous species in the galaxy. This means that Mother Brain was a conduit to allow the Chozos to control the new weapons of mass destructions. But Mother Brain is not mobile. She is essentially a brain in a jar, stuck in one place. She is only able to get around, either through a contraption that she can link up to, as shown in the manga, or when she was placed onto a machine, as shown in Super Metroid. Now let's take a look at Samus. Samus possesses psychokinesis just like Mother Brain. It is through an intense mental focus that Samus is able to manifest her Varia suit to protect her from the environment. In multiple instances, we have seen her focus get disrupted that it would affect her ability to summon the suit, such as the time she was shot down by the Space Pirates after defeating Mother Brain in Zero Mission, or when she lost her composure upon laying eyes on Ridley's clone for the first time in Other M. Perhaps there are some deeper signs. Maybe it's nanotechnology, son.
Nanomachine, son.
But for now, it can only be explained with bird magic. Now let's have a look at another race, the human race. The Galactic Federation has for the longest time always tried to replicate Chozo technology. They tried to copy the arm cannon with whatever the thing Anthony was holding in Metroid Other M. They tried to copy Mother Brain with the Aurora units seen in Metroid Prime 3. They tried to clone the Metroids in Metroid Fusion. They tried to copy the power suit worn by the Chozos in Metroid Prime Federation Force. But most of all, they tried to copy Mother Brain once again, but this time with Melissa Bergman in NetherRealm. Melissa Bergman was a secret experiment made by the Galactic Federation to control the Metroids. She is an android designed to replicate Mother Brain's AI, but the Galactic Federation made a key difference between Melissa and the Mother Brain, and that is how they look. Mother Brain was a huge brain with a single eyeball in a jar. Not the most appealing of looks, but Melissa, she is designed to have a more human appearance. Her looks is that of a young woman with blonde hair and blue eyes. The Galactic Federation didn't make Melissa's appearance look like that because they were into anime or were some weebs. No. Melissa was created to look like a human so she can form a closer relationship with others, but not with the humans, but rather with the Metroids. For some reason, the Metroids have a distinct attachment to humans, and it seems the Galactic Federations know what it is. Why did they fashion an android to look like Samus of all people? A young blonde female with blue eyes. If they just need to create a human motherly figure, I would imagine an older female would better serve the role instead of a girl that barely came out of her teen years. But that could be it. With so many years of trying to replicate Chozo technology, the Galactic Federation must know something that we don't. They must have figured out the Chozos have designed the Metroids to view those exact traits as the mother. Why would the Chozos pick a female human traits to recognize as the mother? I mean, it surely can't be because our main character happens to be a young blonde female as well. Surely it must be a coincidence. Samus having Thoha genes within her is also icing on top of the cake at this point. The Chozo tribes of science have the power to control Metroids, but their genes aren't perfect. They did not foresee the Metroids evolving beyond the infant stage, which caused the Metroids go out of control, and that led to the downfall of the Thoha tribe. So what if all along, Samus was designed to be the ultimate existence who could control the Metroids at a superior level than Mother Brain? In Super Metroid, the baby had a choice between the two, Samus or Mother Brain. The baby did not hesitate to choose Samus, and that is not because it first saw Samus upon its birth, but that is because the Chozos have built the Metroids to see Samus as the true mother. And with this, it now all makes sense why the baby views Samus as the mother, when Samus did not look like a Metroid at all, or the Mother Brain, upon its birth. It's simply because they were designed to view Samus as the mother all this time, and the baby was merely acting out on what's built into him. You made it to the end. I'm surprised you stuck around this long. And since you're here anyway, why don't you give that like button a good slap, and you might as well subscribe on the way. You'll find heaps of Metroid contents here, and also other Nintendo news here and there, so I look forward to seeing you around more. Bye for now.